Rent in Miami has become so incredibly expensive that teachers who work in the Miami-Dade district are having a difficult time affording their rent. So the school district has responded by proposing new buildings close to the schools that would essentially offer cheaper rent for these educators and possibly other employees in the schools. Now, a preliminary proposal includes constructing a new mid-rise middle school in the Lux Brickell area for Southside Elementary, with a floor devoted to residential units and several more reserved for parking and the classrooms on top. If that goes well, Miami-Dade wants a full-fledged housing complex next to Phyllis Wheatley Elementary, with as many as 300 apartments going up on the campus just north of downtown. Now, when I first read the headline to this story, I thought maybe this is terrible. I mean, just pay the teachers more so they can afford the rent. But rent in these areas are expensive for everyone. And so based on what I've seen so far in the proposal, it seems like a pretty good idea, and the teachers are pretty supportive of it. So let me tell you more. Details haven't been announced, but county programs typically use federal guidelines that match workforce rents to a family's income. So for instance, a family of 4 earning $45,000, the rent would cost about $1,200 a month, and that's according to agency statistics. So they would price the units based on a sliding scale, and of course it would rely on or depend on what the teacher or what that employee is making for their salary.
Yeah, I've got mixed feelings about this. So on the one hand, it's like you say, it's wonderful that they're going to get accommodations and lower rent than they normally would, and that they're actually looking out for the teachers in some way. On the other hand, it feels like barracks, and if they're in the same building, then they're going to nitpick the teachers' lives. What if the teacher brings home a boyfriend or a girlfriend and they do what boyfriends and girlfriends do, and it's in the same building as the elementary school, and they're downstairs and the classroom's upstairs? And then we're going to have issues, right? Why don't we just pay our teachers? Just pay our teachers more.
I hear you, look, I agree with you that the teachers should be paid more. But even so, even if the teachers were getting paid more, and teachers are notoriously underpaid, rent in these areas are so expensive for everyone, It's not just teachers. And so to increase their salaries, I mean, that would be fantastic. I hope that does happen. But look, there's another upside to this that I think that, maybe you're not considering. They're gonna be close to work, and for some of us that might sound like, oh, it's like I'm living at work, it's terrible. But a lot of them love the idea of being able to just like walk around the corner from their apartment building and just walk into work and not have to deal with the commute. And Miami is notoriously bad when it comes to traffic. I would argue worse than LA, but people disagree with me on that.
Yeah, no, look, there's lots of upsides and downsides. Yeah. Another upside is that you save gas or however else that you commute, no question about that. Another upside is Brickell's a really nice area in Miami,
right.
So they'd never be able to afford living there on a teacher's salary. So these are big upsides. Other downsides, you're probably in the same apartment complex as the principal. And I don't know if you've ever known teachers who worked in these schools, but there's a ton of politics. And you're in the same building, you can't escape them as the people that are doing all this political stuff.
Yeah, you mentioned a pretty significant downside. I mean, being in a building full of people you can't stand is not fun.
Yeah, and look, I'm sure that a lot of them are great friends and love each other and et cetera. But there's also, folks that you probably don't get along with, and you're forced to be in the same work.
No one's forced. By the way, let me just be clear about something.
That's true.
No one's forced. The teachers would opt in, so they would apply for the apartments, much like any other apartment that you would want to possibly live in. And so it's not like, you work for this school, you have to live here. No, they get to make that decision. And I think that this is genuinely coming from a good place. I think that, the school district really wants to help these teachers who just can't afford the rent. And by the way, let me give you some specific details on how much it costs just to live there. Apartment List last year matched teacher salaries with rents in 50 of the country's largest real estate markets. Miami happened to rank 47th. Only New York, Seattle, and San Francisco had larger gaps. So they're taking a look at the rent prices, comparing it to salary, and obviously there's just this giant gap when it comes to affordability. Let me give you more details. With a first-year teacher earning about $42,000 and raises coming slowly, Apartment List found even established teachers would expect to spend as much as 2/3 of their incomes on a 2-bedroom apartment in Miami.
It's really, we've lost our minds.
Out of control.
Yeah, so look, we got to go to the Finland model, and I know it's going to be exceedingly difficult, and rich folks are not going to want to move their kids out of private school. But the Finland model is everybody goes to public school and teachers are super respected and really well paid. And it's one of the best professions in the country. And unsurprisingly, Finland ranks at the very top of all of the scores throughout the world. And they don't have the Asian model, Korean, Taiwanese, etc., of nonstop overwork, competition. No, they actually emphasize cooperation and they actually value education. We need to do the same. Look, progressives are going to start to take over cities in a big way. For a long time, we've had to deal with machine Democratic politicians. So even though giant, very liberal cities would have Democrats as mayors, it'd still be the same old guys in charge. Soon, there'll be progressives in charge, real progressives that weren't corrupted by campaign cash. You know what we need to do? We need to take a couple of cities and the private schools. And yes, that'll be, man, they will scream at the top of their lungs, right? But say, you know what? We're ending the private schools. Bill Gates, your kids have to go to the same schools as my kids. Now, you know what's gonna happen? The public schools and those teachers' salaries will improve so steadily, it'll shock the conscience.
And you're also going to improve the future of your child, even if you're wealthy and even if you can afford that private school, because there is nothing more devastating than being an educated person who wants to do good things in the world, and you're surrounded by people who don't have those opportunities, don't have an education, aren't able to be part of the economy and of the country the same way as your kids are. So it's gonna improve everyone's lives. You need to think about it as a collectivist thing as opposed to an individualistic thing.
I'll tell you right now, rich people ain't never gonna let their kids go to a bad school. They will pull those public schools up within a matter of 2 years. You say that's unrealistic? Watch, they're not gonna let their kids go to bad schools. Our public schools will dramatically improve if we do that. You just watched the video by the Young Turks, home of the revolution. If you'd like to get a lot more than that, get the full show by becoming a member. TYTnetwork.com/join.